Flossie's kicking off the stream over here. Look at her go. And she's done.
Yeah,
that was good. Hello everyone, welcome to Monday. It's Farmer Ben speaking with the world famous Farmer Connor.
Hello.
There he is.
Hi everyone.
And we are here live from Dalscon, and welcome to another Facebook and YouTube Live. Remember, follow us and subscribe on both. It would be awesome to have you watching along on both platforms. And we've got a few updates to bring you. And a rather sad one, or a rather unfortunate one to kick off things. Super frustrating, not going to lie. Really frustrating. An injury, a broken leg, and an unusual injury. But an injury nonetheless, a broken leg for one of our Toggenburgs. So you may remember the Toggenburgs. See, when would we have got them? 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Only 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Toggenburgs arrived. Been doing great. They came into this pen here. There was 2 Toggenburgs and 2 golden Guernseys. Here's the golden Guernseys. Standing here front and centre, looking fantastic. This girl's coat's actually looking so much better as well. And we had another Toggenburg over there, so we got 4 altogether. So 1, 2 and 3 over there, and a Toggenburg, a brown Toggenburg, and there she is there.
Did you around? She jumped out, or
she squeezed out through the bars.
Oh.
And yesterday, at some stage, she jumped over we can only imagine, we can only assume this is what's happened. It has to be what's happened, but she's jumped over one of these pens here, one of these flakes as we call them, and she's got her foot. See, can you demonstrate? Do you? Is that? All right.
She's out here. I reckon she's jumped over and she's twisted her leg in like that.
So she's put her leg like that, and it's just.
I mean, to step on there, kick off.
And she's put her leg right through, and she snapped it.
You've seen it happen, where they've not snapped, but their legs got stuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's quite unusual. You don't often get that injury. It's quite a bad one. I was this far off phoning Dundas, who is our fallen stock company, and saying you'll need to come out because we can't keep her like that with a broken leg. It's such a terrible injury, and I thought, you know what? Because normally a broken leg, that's it, isn't it? I thought, do you know what? I'm going to phone the vet just on the off chance that they say, do you know what? I think I can do something, Ben. I can do something here. So I phoned the vet and I spoke to Christian, and I said, I've got a goat with a broken leg. Oh no. I said, yeah, exactly. I said, is there anything we can do for it? He said, where's it? Do you want to just shuffle her along? She can. She's mobile. She's pretty mobile. I said, is there anything you can do for it? He said, whereabouts is it? And it's basically like, if you imagine your leg, like that's your foot, like my hand's your foot. It's on your forearm, basically. That's where she's broken it. And he said, if it's there and it's a clean break and she's a young goat, we should be able to put a cast on it. So that is exactly what's happened. And it is good news. She is not going to have to be put down, because I thought she was going to have to be. And she is going along quite nicely on 3 legs at the moment. Now that cast is going to need to be on for 6 weeks. I know. It's a colossal amount of time for that cast to be on there. But it's a clean break. I came up and inspected her this morning, and you could just see the end of the foot it was just hanging. It was just floppy like that. So thankfully, we've not lost her.
Yes.
That's the real benefit. That's the real good news about it. Because, well, you'd said it was going to be you thought it was
when I see the leg just hanging,
yes.
That's just done.
Yeah. And it's like a racehorse, you know, when they break their leg. That's just it. Like, you don't think about casting it. But hats off to Christian, and Christian will never give up, will he?
Never.
He will never give up, and he always gives them the best chance, and he's given this girl a good chance as well. So we need to name her.
Need to name.
She's still eating, as you can see. But yeah, she does need a name. Pamela Hagan, thanks for the 5,000 stars. Thank you so much. Claire Silliman, thanks for the 100 stars as well. And Linda says, afternoon guys, still no notifications. Oh, there's no notifications still. Unfortunate. Get sharing, everyone, if you'd be so kind. Hit that share button so that everyone can join into our lives. I know we're having problems with our notifications recently. And did anyone see the Did anyone see the video of Florence meeting Fiona last night? With Florence's little voice. Did you hear her when she was like, bye Nona, bye Nona? And of course, Connor's Rachel was like, I watched it, I kept watching it. Florence and Rachel have a wee thing going though, don't they? Yeah, they're best friends. So yeah, it was very cute. It was very, very cute. And yeah, she likes coming up for a wee wander around the animals. However, we can't do it too often because they end up here for about 4 hours.
Yes.
She absolutely loves coming to Delago, and as you can imagine, all the slides, trampolines, etc., all the animals. She's a bit young for the animals yet, but she's getting there with them. So, I wonder if she'd Peggy for a peg leg.
Yeah, maybe Peggy.
Maybe it might have
Peggy may be too obvious. But we need such a cool, extravagant name for her.
Trying to think of a pirate with one
I
leg.
know.
Like a stick leg, because
I
she's
like
gonna
the
have
casting.
she's gonna have that sticky on for a while. She's in cracking condition now, isn't she? Considering what she was when she first came.
She was a disaster.
Great way to describe it, because she was a total disaster. I was also looking at Jovi here, who is our pygmy goat. Can you see how vibrant her colours are at the minute? Absolutely beautiful. Have you seen her, see? Have you noticed?
Who?
Jovi, look at her. Look at her vibrant colours.
Yeah.
Between that brown
awesome.
and white. That's absolutely stunning. She's looking...
Shine on her.
I know, she's shining like a shell and she's looking really, really well. So yeah, that's our unfortunate incident today. Wee Peggy, bless her. Everyone's liking Peggy as a name.
There's no other Google famous pirates that was all like.
It would need to be like,
Captain
I was going to say Captain Blackbeard or something. So yeah, I think it might have to be Peggy, but yeah, she's seriously hurt that leg. So we'll see how things go. I'm not saying she's out of the woods, but I'm saying that she's got a chance that she's maybe going to be able to heal and carry on. However, she's going to have to behave herself with jumping over the fences. Yeah. Simple as that. You want to try a bit of cake with Gary and Marian? Yes. So, Gary and Marian. Lots and lots and lots of you watched our road trip to get Gary and Marian. Now, two of the most famous sheep in Britain at the minute. Obviously, they're nowhere near the Queen here. Queen Fiona. Eaten, as always. But, Gary and Marian, very famous. All around the world coverage of their rescue from a storm drain in melting snow water. How freezing would that have been crawling in there? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google shepherdess heroically saves lambs from drain and you'll see it. It's a miraculous story, and this is them here, and I watched it at the time, and I always find this fascinating. I find our lives so weird, because time and time again this happens to us. So I'll be sitting on my phone at night and I'll be watching along, and I see like the video of Marian rescuing the sheep, rescuing the lambs from the storm drain. Like, that's really cool. What a great video. That's fantastic. And I'll be like, that was, great content. Well done to them for filming. Well done to them, and hats off to them for saving them so brilliantly, because, that's freezing cold water. It's, you've got to love your animals to do that. And I'll be sitting there at home thinking that. And then now, fast forward to 6 months later, I'm standing looking at the exact sheep right in front of me. And this happened with Fiona as well. Obviously I'd seen Fiona all over the news, all over the international press, everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And then all of a sudden, me and Fiona are best pals. Oh, my darling. And this sheep that you've seen all over the internet, and everyone's seen all over the internet, suddenly is right in front of you, and you're in charge of her. It's the most bizarre feeling, and it happens all the time, and it happens with people as well. You'll see all these farming influencers and people who are on camera all the time and doing what we do. And then all of a sudden, you become friends with them, you start knowing that, you get to know them, you're in contact with them all the time. It's really weird. It's really weird. It's a strange thing to happen, and it keeps happening over and over again. It won't be the last time that it happens either. So yeah, it's great to have them here, and it's maybe something, the kind of side of things that you'd never really thought about, but it's it's kind of weird. It's kind of strange. It's kind of strange. It really is. Did anyone see how she broke it? I think she's jumped over the... we're talking about Peggy here. Our token bird boat. Did anyone see how she's broke it? We think she's jumped over the fence and got it stuck in between these bars here and then kept going like that, and it's just snapped. Horrible. Horrible injury, and excruciatingly painful as well. So yeah, it keeps happening, and it's very cool that it happens. You can see that you can actually see by their face, let me zoom in here, that they are brother and sister. Because their markings are more or less identical across the face. And yeah, it's really nice that they're back together. Almost identical size as well.
There they are.
But they've settled in just nicely. Gary the farmer, was very... It makes it difficult.
Yeah.
Calling them Gary and Marian, because then I talk about Gary and Marian the farmers, and that makes it even harder. Gary the farmer was kind of worried because the weather lamb, who we've also called Gary, see what I mean? That's why it's so difficult. He was worried about him because he's never been inside before. He's only ever been out in the grass, and he was a bit worried that he wouldn't know what to do or what to eat, and it's all a bit of a strange surroundings for him. But I actually think he's been okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done too bad at all. And they have got a wee bucket of cake there, however, I don't think they know what it is yet.
No. I went in and they kind of gave me that look.
Yeah. So Scotch mules can be notoriously wild. Depending on their setting that they're grown up with and how much they're actually worked with as well, they can be quite wild. Their mums are Scottish blackfaces, and that means that they can be just that little bit crazy. Scottish blackfaces are hill sheep, so they're very hardy, extremely good mothers. Oh, come on. Venture over. But it does come with its issues when they're so primitive, and it means that they just don't like too much human contact. So that kind of side of the genetics just comes through. However, on the flip side of that, then you've got a blue-faced Leicester. It's probably one of the most friendly sheep you can get.
You've seen our blunders.
Look at Gina.
Yeah.
I mean, Gina's an extreme case, but if you look at Gina over here, should we say hello to Gina for a quick second? Oh, there's Dennis.
He was in there 2 seconds ago, I seen him. Just squeezed out. There goes Marble. Casual.
Terry says this may be a silly question, but how do you keep the siblings from breeding? It's not a silly question at all, Terry. It's quite easy because Gary, who is the Weatherland, the brother, he has a ring. He was ringed when he was younger, so he's castrated, so he is unable to breed. So there's no problems there at all. And look, don't say anything. Keep it quiet, because see, keep it quiet.
You're gonna keep a safe distance.
Look, the training has begun. Love hearts in the stream, please. Love hearts in the stream. Is that not a song? Islands in the stream. Close enough. Laurie says, wee Dennis, love him. I know. He's so cool, isn't he? Lisa Ann, thanks so much for the super chat on YouTube. Thank you so much. Gail Naylor says, no notifications for me, Ben. I'll just keep looking at my phone. Yeah, just keep looking around the time. 12:30 roughly when we're on supporters, and then always around 4:30, between 4:30 and 5 p.m, depending on what's going on for our main page. So just keep a wee eye on there. That's working out quite well. And look at that. Marian, the girl, has beat out Gary for the bucket of cake. There's plenty in there, though. They're just gonna share, I think. Sharing's caring, guys. That's a good sign, though. You know, that's the first steps. They know that we've went in there with that bucket, and that's something they like. Next time we go in, they're going to be expecting us to have a bucket, and then every time we go in, they're going to associate us with good things and things they look forward to, and all of a sudden, they're your best friend. And that is how we win the heart of a sheep. Association. And a sheep loves food. So many love hearts coming through. Thank you for all the love hearts, guys. Maria Gannon, thank you for the 50 stars as well. So, tomorrow, updates, big updates, massive updates, huge updates.
Huge day.
I can't even describe to you what kind of day it's going to be tomorrow. Or this week.
This week in general.
We've got 2 sales this week, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to Birmingham tomorrow to a trade show with Ma and Alice. Pete, Farmer Pete, and here's the big one, and I don't think he's going to be on 6:36 tomorrow unless he manages to stop somewhere. Farmer Pete is going on his hollybobs.
Yes.
He's travelling all day tomorrow. He's going down to Chesterfield and he's going to collect our 17 golden Guernsey goats. So he's going to get our Golden Guernsey goats. They're hopefully going to have safe transit all the way back up. He's going to call in at Cannon Hall on the way back up to the farm, and he's going to collect our new miniature donkey mail as well. Yep. So it's a double-barreled trip. It's a fair trip. It's a long way. He's going to have, steady guys.
Got their head stuck in the bucket.
I reckon that he's probably going to have 10 to 12 hours driving tomorrow, depending on traffic. I think it's going to be it's going to be a fair day. So
It's not a bad drive though.
he's going to. No, that's where you got your car, isn't it? So just straight down the motorway, is it?
Motorway pretty much 90% of the time.
So he's heading down there. Hopefully be there about 10 o'clock tomorrow, but he'll be on the road by the time it's 6:36. So I'll have to speak to him to let him know, to let you guys know what's happening with 6:36 tomorrow, because it is a big day. Like I say, we're away in Birmingham. Joe and Connor are here making space for the Golden Guernseys to come. Yes. And also we're going to need space to put this wee miniature donkey. We're going to put that.
We'll find space. We also need to tag all these goat kids and everything like that.
We've got goat kids to tag, ready for a sale. Plus the whole running of the farm. Yeah. So it's, some week. Now, looking forward to it though. And there'll be plenty of content coming up about it. Now, I've not told C this, but I was speaking to Christian about Fiona and her weight loss. And he was asking about her and he says, oh my goodness, that is the fattest sheep he's ever seen. He did say that, and I'm not offended by that. It's not offensive it's not as offensive as if it's true. And yes, she is incredibly plump. But he was extremely impressed with her weight loss.
Really?
Yes.
Well, she has lost a lot.
She has lost a lot, and although she weighs a lot, she's lost a lot as well. I don't think we can discount that. Remember, Friday is our weigh-in day again. Now, I do think we need to lower our expectations here.
Yeah.
What are we, 104.7?
Yeah.
I think this week, if we can get to 104.2, that would be enough. 104.2, half a kilo would be fine. We're going to keep going down in increments. Because even he said, he's like, losing 6 kilos in, I think that's 5 weeks, is it?
Yeah.
Losing 6 kilos in 5 weeks is incredibly good going. So, hats off to her. We can maybe take a wee bit of that here out. Hats off to her, but at the same time, keep it coming, Fiona. We need a wee bit more off. That'd be fantastic. It's nice sparse straw, that big long stuff. It's fantastic for her. It's perfect for what she's needing for her diet. So we'll see what happens come Friday. I'm expecting just maybe a plateau this week. I'm really hoping not, but I'm kind of expecting it. But let's all tune in and see what happens. So tomorrow, no lives from me. Connor's going to be holding down the fort here, so there'll be no supporters live tomorrow. However, we would love to see you in the supporters group. To be honest, we couldn't need you guys to come on and support us anymore at this moment in time, because Facebook is giving us so many glitches. Thankfully, in our YouTube supporters group, it is all working absolutely fine. You guys stay exactly where you are. Facebook supporters group, we're having so many glitches with it, throwing people off when they don't want to be, cancelling their subscription. So just resubscribe if that does happen to you. And yeah, we'd love for you to join us in the supporters group. It is we've put so much work into building it all up, and for a few glitches to hamper us, it's really frustrating. So if you can just swipe right, and that green shield will come up, and it'll be a video of me and explaining what you get in the supporters group. And yeah, just join us. It's a great way to support the stream, and obviously you get all the extra live content. Without that, we wouldn't be able to get the likes of Gary and Marian. So yeah, and raise what, £8,000 for charity now? Over 8,000, I think. Incredible amounts of money. So fantastic. Anything you'd like to add tonight, C?
Just that Dennis is awesome.
Yeah, well, Dennis is awesome. We all know Dennis is awesome. Oh, yes. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Get that in there, Dennis.
Okay, that's the head up.
Have a wee bit of that. Look at his tune he's cut at the same time. There you go. Just a wee love heart for Dennis would be fantastic. You might need to verify your Facebook channel. I would, Tony, if it wasn't for the fact that I was on the waiting list to verify it for the last month. Everyone seems to get it flying through, but ours won't go through. I don't know why. So trying for that. So yeah, Connor won't be on tomorrow. We'll see what's happening with streaming. Obviously, we're up and down. All of us are up and down the country tomorrow, but we'll keep you updated with what's going on, and we'll see you all in the next one. I'm away to see my newborn pictures that we got with Florence, Marnie, myself, and Claire tonight. So Florence is here for her dinner. We're taking Marnie with us. And yeah, we're going to go and see our photos. So I can't be on any longer. But thank you everyone for joining us. Loads of you, 3,200 people on both platforms, which is fantastic. And we'll see you on the next one. So see you then, guys. Bye-bye.